Hello friends, I'm here today to share with you, finally, the books that were recommended to me by the authors that I met at Book Bonanza. I decided to do it a little differently this time. Normally I just kind of list the authors and what their recommendations are. But this time I actually looked up a little bit about the books, and I am going to kind of give you a small little... Most of them I just have like a couple of the tropes listed, and then I'm going to tell you if I would read them or not. So first off, Carolyn Mackler recommended, let me move it over so I can put up the covers, Pineapple Street by Jenny Jackson. This one sounds like a women's fiction centered around these two women who have this friendship on this New York street. And unfortunately, I'm going to say that I would not read this one. I don't read much straight women's fiction, so I don't think that I would pick this one up. Amy Briggs recommends Liza James. From what I could tell, she writes darker and kind of fantasy sapphic romances. And I have read Frost by them, and I do think that I would pick up some more. I really enjoyed it. Dorinda Jones recommends Rock Chick by Kristen Ashley. I put this as a romantic suspense and a best friend's brother. I couldn't really figure out what was like the plot of this book from the Goodreads synopsis, but it's been out for a while, and so I think if I were going to read it, I would have already done so by now. Kristen Ashley is at a lot of book signings that I've gone to, and I just feel like if I was going to, I would have already, so probably not. Jamie Garcia recommends Fallen by LJ Shin. I could not find this book on Goodreads. I don't know if this was maybe the series name or like a title that got changed to something else. But LJ Shin is not an author that I choose to support, so whatever this book may be is not one that I will pick up. Monica Murphy recommends Rebecca Jenshak, who writes college sports romances. I have read, am currently reading, and will continue to read Rebecca Jenshak books. Amy Oliveira recommended Faking with Benefits by Lily Gold. From what I could tell, this was a friends to lovers why choose contemporary romance. And I don't think that I would pick this up. I'm not a big Friends to Lovers fan in the first place, and I don't think a Friends to Lovers is where I would make my introduction into a why choose. So, Emily March recommends Son of the Morning by Linda Howard. From what I could tell, this sounds like a time travel paranormal romance, which I'm not saying no to, but I think I would have to be like in the right mood to pick up, and I am very rarely ever in that mood. Jen Trin recommended Back in the Day by Katrina Jackson. This sounds like a novella where a father is telling his son how he met his mother at this music festival, and it actually sounded pretty good. I do think that I would pick this up. Sabrina Soul recommended Anna Maria and the Fox by Liana de la Rosa. I've seen this one a lot. It's what I wrote down as a historical forbidden love between a Mexican heiress and a British politician. I put maybe on this one. I borrowed it from the library before, or like I put a hold on it or something, and then when the time came, I just didn't think that I was in a very like a historical mood, so I like delayed it, and it's still on the hold shelf now. But I do think I would pick it up at some point when I'm back into more of a historical mood. Donna Grant and Emma Renshaw both recommended There With You by Samantha Young. I wanted to make sure I had the right one. This is book 2 in her Adair family series. It's a single dad nanny romance. It's romantic suspense. I have already read it. Julia Whelan, I'm not sure how to pronounce her name, recommended RSVP by Lauren Blakely. This one sounds like an age gap dad's business partner romance. I think maybe I would pick it up, but I lean more towards the maybe not. Maybe if it ever fit into like a readathon prompt or something, then I might do it, but I think I'm gonna have to go with no. Nothing about the synopsis really like called to me. So Farah Roshan recommended Synethia Williams. The books I could see from her on Goodreads were contemporary romances with Black characters. I actually have a hold placed with the library for one called Secret to a Southern Wedding, so I'm excited to get to that one. Stephanie Rose recommended Breaking the Speed Limit by Melanie Moreland. This one sounds like a single mom and a guy who's like a mechanic or car restorer type. And I do think I would read this. It sounded really good. It looked pretty cute. There were a lot of good reviews, like on the homepage of Goodreads. Zio Axelrod recommended American Royalty by Tracy Livesey. This one is a romance between an American rapper and a British prince. I have already read this one. Katie Ashley recommended Naked by Rain Miller. This one sounds like a BDSM American college student goes to London and meets this businessman. I have tried books from Rain Miller before and they didn't really work for me, and none of those buzzwords sound like something that might make me give this author a second try, so probably not for this one. Liana de la Rosa recommended An Island Princess Starts a Scandal by Adriana Herrera. This one is a sapphic historical romance that takes place in Paris. I have already read it. Kelly Collins recommends Contractually Yours by Nadia Lee. This one sounds like an arranged marriage with her ex's older brother. Liza James recommends She Gets the Girl by Rachel Lippincott and Allison Derrick. This one sounds like a sapphic YA romance where the two girls agree to help each other get their crushes. And it sounded super cute. I do think that I would pick it up if I was ever in a YA mood. Wendy Miller recommends Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. The buzzwords I caught for this one was a big city doctor meets a small town carpenter. This one was pretty viral when it was released and I did not pick it up then, so I don't think I would pick it up now. Diana Munoz Stewart recommended The Worst Best Man by Mia Sosa. This one is the wedding planner that must work with her ex's brother. And again, this one was viral kind of viral when it came out, and I didn't pick it up then, and so I don't think that I would pick it up now. D.B. Reynolds recommends Magic Bites by Alona Andrews. This one is a fantasy romance series. I couldn't really get the gist of what it was about from the Goodreads synopsis, but I have read Alona Andrews books before and really liked them, so maybe, but I think it was kind of a long series, or maybe that was a different one I looked up, but I remember looking at one that was a long series, and so I don't know that I would commit to that either. Lucy Smoke recommended Does It Hurt by H.D. Carlton. This one is a dark romance, but I don't actually know what the plot is. I've seen a lot about it, heard a lot about it at Book Bonanza. One of the panels that we were on, they were talking about the shark scene. So I downloaded the book and just searched for that scene and just read that, and didn't really get it. So I don't think I would read the whole book. Adriana Herrera recommends The Boyfriend Project by Farah Roshan. This one sounds like these women find out that their boyfriend is cheating on them, and the series is kind of their romances like after they've discovered that. And I think this one was with a coworker, and I think that I would maybe pick this one up. It sounded pretty cute. So Emma Scott and Kat Singleton both recommended Sea of Ruin by Pam Godwin. This is a dark historical romance. I only, right before Book Bonanza, read Pam Godwin for the first time, and I do want to continue on with her books, so I definitely want to put Sea of Ruin on my TBR. Sade Renee recommended Falling for the Rockstar by M.L. Preston. This one is a rock star and his PR rep, which absolutely, yes, I love a celebrity handler trope. And also Hush Money by B.L. Mute. This one sounds like a darker romance where a woman blackmails someone, but then might also be involved with his son. I couldn't quite tell. It was a little vague in the description. So maybe. I think I'd have to do some more research on that one. Sonali Dev recommended Dating Dr. Dill by Nisha Sharma. Sounds like a fake dating between a TV doctor and a homebody. And I don't think I would pick it up. Nothing really called to me about it. So Robin Covington recommended A Kind of Romance by Lane Hayes. This one sounds like a male-male romance between a businessman and the aspiring costume designer that starts working at the family bakery. And it sounds like a super cute setup, and I do think that I would pick it up. So I think I'm going to go ahead and split this up into a part 1 and part 2. So that's going to be all for part 1. If you let me know which of these you would definitely pick up down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.